Good evening from Toronto. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Grizzlies have long departed Vancouver. The Raptors are Canada's team. And right now, one of the most consistent in the NBA.
And this team has a whole country behind them, Ed, just not a city. And I'm so sick and tired of fans talking about this team can't make it out of the playoffs. They have the personnel to achieve the ultimate level of success, and that's winning an NBA championship.
Now, in hockey terms, he's ready to drop the gloves. We're ready to go in this one in Toronto. Stuffs it down with authority. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
To Griffin. Here comes the screen. Rose to Griffin. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. That pass taken away by Toronto.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
One free throw, count it. It's a three-point play, and the lead up to 8. Rose into the front court. He'll run the offense to Drummond. Gets to the basket and scores.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
The big fella, Andre Drummond. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Old school equals high percentage.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. Jumper's good.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Rose to Alonzo Trier. from the painted area won't go down.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Layup goes down. Well done.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Jackson. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. Has a chance. Reggie Jackson, not that time. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Jackson to Griffin. Jackson to Griffin. Doesn't get the bounce. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Jackson to Alonzo Trier. To Jackson. Can't miss those. And a throwdown. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
To Alonzo Trier. For 3, those shots, Jay, have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get 1 or 2 to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
Stuffs it down with authority. They cannot be stopped right now.
Sometimes your opponent is not even in the game from the start. That's the way you run the floor, and you put the pressure on them right away in the first quarter.
Reggie Jackson, guarded by Livingston. Deep left corner. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it.
Why not? Let's keep the crowd in it.
And draws the foul.
Look, it's still early. Make your opponent work for those possessions. You don't want to start racking up too many personal fouls.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both.
Yes, sir. Good shot, money. Good shot, money.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. It goes down.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Oh, emphatic slam.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Watch that cutter.
Trying to cash in. The jumper's off the mark. Livingston to bring it up. Exactly a minute to go. Stuffs it down with authority. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
In the basket, good at the rim.
Finally, finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Ah, the monster stuff.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Here's a chance from long range. Message received. Well defended. To Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson rocks the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's a problem city.
Whoa, what a finish.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. It's been all Raptors. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we lets it fly from beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time. Rose into the front court. Down a bundle. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Lowry. Cashes in for 2.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Alonzo Trier to Drummond. Has a look. Drummond shot no good. To Gasol. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Lowry into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Let's go.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Derrick Rose at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 82%. And he missed the free throw. To Lowry.
I got him. Here we go. I'm here outside. Oh yeah.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
Raptors have the rebound. Lowry.
Double team. Here we go.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues. Rose into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. And he throws it down. Andre Drummond with the slam. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Here I come.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good. A three-point play as they move in front here just before the break. Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Rose has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I'm on D.
Big finish at the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Rose. Alonzo Trier to Rose. Gets it in the left corner. Alonzo Trier. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. Keeping up with this pace will be tough, but not impossible. I think they'll find a way to keep it going. Have a look at the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors. The Pistons have yet to appear after one half of basketball. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Detroit Pistons.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game. Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Time report. The second get started.
Rose into the front court. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. Alonzo Trier to Griffin. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Lets it fly from long range. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Alonzo Trier to Rose. Marc Gasol, huge block. That's his third block this evening. Detroit with 4 to shoot. Fires the three. Oh, he couldn't get it to go.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Scores from the post. The possession in favor of Detroit. Knocked loose, and that's going to get out of bounds. Pistons retain possession. Rose. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Rose into the front court. He'll run the offense. Marc Gasol able to recover with the block. Fourth this contest.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Andre Drummond with the block.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Stuffs it down with authority.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Derrick Rose matched up with Livingston. Shot from in close, no good.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Slam dunk, Alonzo Trier.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I mean, Ed, I get more and more impressed with guys' ability to shift their body. That's a Euro step, a side step. However they find a way to get through traffic and finish like that. Whew.
And look out. Big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
What a move. But the move never should have happened in the first place, especially if there's communication from the help side defender. You have to let that guy know which way he can force him defensively to where there's help.
Rose to Alonzo Trier. That pass taken away by Toronto. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
That's rebounded by Toronto. Beyond the arc for three. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Sean Livingston tips it. Sean Livingston pins it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
It's Detroit's ball. He gets it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you. I got him. Here we go. Cut him.
To Gasol, down low. Marc Gasol. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Trying to cash in. He connects. Not the guy you think would beat you.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Reggie Jackson, guarded by Livingston. And throws it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Zanan Musa at the line. one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws.
I got ball.
Stuffs it down with authority. That misses with a second to go. That ends the third quarter. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. To Alonzo Trier. Gets it in the left corner. Marc Gasol sends it away. Ooh, 5 now.
Here's one of the biggest secrets. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Pistons ball here. To Alonzo Trier. Marc Gasol sends it away. Incredible. 6 tonight.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
And finishes strong.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
And he misses that one free throw. To Drummond. And the finish. Slam dunk.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Look long. Come on. Trap.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Zanan Musa trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Can convert the free throw. Going to launch beyond the arc. That one off the mark. It's no good. To Alonzo Trier. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
hits the first free throw.
Get him right back to you.
Two for two on that trip. Count the basket inside.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And the slam.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
You're out. Watch that cutter.
And too much contact.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
First one goes down.
It's like practice.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Alonzo Trier. Here comes the screen. Alonzo Trier, great look and vision, and stuffs it home.
An easy two, get back on defense.
I got ball. It's all me.
To Sean Livingston. Knocks it down from mid-range.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Defense, let's go.
To Drummond. Marc Gasol snatching it out of the air. 8 now. It's the Raptors with the basketball.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Free throw's good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. To Alonzo Trier. To Drummond. Off the assist.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Deep three at the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A three at the buzzer. It's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors put their opponents away in a blowout. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Toronto Raptors. The Pistons are no longer.
Player of the game.
And while you can't track leadership on a stat sheet, It was by far the most impressive thing he did in this game. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of